Hi dudes, today I'm gonna review one of my favorite animated movies of all time, The Fox and the Hound. One of the most mature films ever to come out from the Walt Disney Animation Studio, and is, in my opinion, one of their finest. When Walt started the studio in the 20s, his closest animators was called the 9 Old Men. But in the late 70s, most of them had retired. That is what makes The Fox and the Hound to a very important turning point in the studio's history, since this was the last movie that any of the 9 Old Men worked on. Many people that finished the movie would later become very famous within the media, including John Musker and Ron Clements, that later also would make The Little Mermaid, Hercules, and many others. Don Bluth, that later would go on to make his own movies, like The Land Before Time, Richard Rich, that later would make The Black Cauldron and The Swan Princess, John Lasseter, that later would be the future creator of Pixar, and even Tim Burton. The movie starts with the fox is being shot, and her now orphan cub is found and adopted by one of the local farmers, Miss Tweety, who names him Todd. At the same time, her neighbor, Mr. Slade, adopt a puppy called Cooper. Later in the movie, Todd and Cooper meets and becomes best friends. However, Mr. Slade are not particularly pleased with that Cooper runs away from home, or that there is a fox in the neighborhood. Later we see our main characters have now grown up, and even if they want to be friends, they can't, since Cooper is now a fully adult hunting dog, and he is supposed to kill foxes. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I don't think I want to spoil the rest for you. But as you can see, The Fox and the Hound has a much more bitter realism and depressing story to it than most other animated Disney movies. The Fox and the Hound takes up many great themes, including loyalty and abandonness. But the main theme in this movie is prejudice. While many Disney movies takes up this subject, including Dumbo, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the praised Beauty and the Beast, I think The Fox and the Hound handle the subject matter the best, for several reasons. While the theme in Beauty and the Beast can be summarized to he is beautiful on the inside, the case in The Fox and the Hound is more complicated. Our protagonists want to be friends, but authorities says that they are born enemies. This works as a subtle but great social commentary on racism and how society affects our behavior. All the characters in this movie is likable, well-rounded, and voiced by competent voice actors. For example, our two main characters complement each other very well. While the character development of Todd is a tad more subtle, the character development in Cooper is a lot more dramatic, since he grew from being an innocent protagonist to pretty much becoming the villain of the movie. Then we have Big Mama. While Cinderella has the fairy godmother and The Princess and the Frog has Mama Udi, here we have this owl that works as a mentor for Todd. I really like that Pearly Bale give her that right amount of energy. As in all Disney movies, we have comic relief characters, in this case a woodpecker named Boomer and Dink, a Flinch. I kind of have mixed feelings towards these two. Sure, they are very funny and they have competent voice actors, but I think that the writers gave them a little bit too much screen time. Then we have Amos Slade, and I don't think that he is a villain. You know, he is more of an anti-hero. He doesn't want to kill Todd because he hates him. He just wants to protect his farm. I really like how the movie portrays his relationship to Miss Tweedy. You really get the feeling that they don't like each other, but as neighbors they respect each other. The animation in The Fox and the Hound is really beautiful. The backgrounds are detailed, they are colorful, plus that it takes place in a forest. I just love forest environments. The characters are also very well designed, and the animation is told to be very revolutionary for its time. Even if The Fox and the Hound is not a musical, it do have 4 songs. All of them are sung by Pearl Bailey. The 2 most memorable songs in the movie is Best of Friends, which is about how good friends Cooper and Todd is, and the other one is called Goodbye May Seem Forever, which I'm sure will bring tears in anyone who listened to it. In conclusion, The Fox and the Hound is one of Disney's masterpieces. It's one of their best, and one that Walt most certainly would have been proud of. It's a movie that doesn't need to be a fairy tale musical with a happy ending to be an exciting piece of cinema. It has a very realistic and bittersweet story, and a moral that really means something. I give it 5 out of 5. Thanks for watching, have a nice day.